So very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to today's IRE talks of GIBS Business School, Bangalore. Today's topic is really amazing, I would say, how to develop a champion's mindset and innovate. I'm Professor Sandeep Bansali from the team GIBS Business School, Bangalore, and I'll be hosting today's GIBS IRE talks. So before we begin, let me share a few insights about GIBS Business School, Bangalore. GIBS Business School Bangalore is managed by Goel Educational Institute, Goel Educational Trust, a prestigious institution based in Bangalore. GIBS offers two programs, AICTE Approved PGDM Program as well as BBA from Bangalore University. At GIBS, we are really focused on the practical exposure for the students who can become the industry ready for all sorts of jobs and profiles into their organizations. And with a strong track record of the placements in top-notch companies and ensure a bright career prospects for all the students. We foster innovation, research, and entrepreneurship at GIBS, and our mission is to empower individuals for personal as well as the professional growth, developing their leadership skills and facilitating the networking opportunities. Now, we have Mr. Gagandeep Sidhu, so who's the keynote speaker for today, and it's my honor and privilege to introduce you all to the August gathering. Mr. Gagan, sir, if you don't mind, I would call you as Mr. Gagan. I hope that
is... that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So Mr. Gagan is a life coach, burnout coach, and inspiring soul to live their dreams. Mr. Gagan is popularly also known as Vitamin G. That's very, very interesting, I would say, sir. And highly accomplished life coach, and he has enlightened a lot of stages such as TEDx, Joe's Talks. He's also founder and owner of a Positive Minds Co.in. With a deep understanding of how life skill works, Mr. Gagan dedicates himself to in teaching and guiding others in harness its power. Drawing from professional philosophy of living in alignment with principles of law of attraction, and Mr. Gagan's coaching and teaching revolve around the inspiring individual to honor their values and pursue their dreams. His mission is to break free from societal expectation and empower individuals to tap on their true desires, allowing them to effortlessly manifest their dreams into reality. Mr. Gagan has amazed a large fan base through a daily dose of positivity, and that's how he's known as #Vitamin G. He emphasizes that he has all other vitamins and minerals are essential for our physical well-being. Mental well-being is also equally vital. If I have to speak about his achievements, there are a lot of achievements, but I would share a few of them. Notably, counseled over 2,000 plus professional clients, conducted group discussions over 20,000 plus participants, including in the webinars on NLP and cognitive behavioral therapy, as well as the law of attraction, and has been a part of guided in a lot of MNCs, as well as the participant for Mr. and Mrs. India pageantries. He has also been mentored and as aspiring and new coach to help them to reach their potential and run a successful business, a prolific author and a writer as well, with more than 25 plus featured blogs online and offline media. Recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Business Excellence, Youth Impact, Leadership in Mental Health, and many more. Currently engaged in stress management and youth session with leading institutions and also onboarding resources from IITs and IIMs. Sir, I would say I've just cut down your profile. I'm so sorry for that, but there are a lot of things to know about you. So we are eager to hear from you. So over to you, sir. Before I hand it over to you, one small request to all the audience, in case if you have any doubts, any queries, anything which you would love to know from Mr. Gagan, you can put it in the Q&A section. We will take it at the end of the session. So over to you.
All right. Thank you, Sandeep, for this overwhelming introduction. And thank you, GIBS Business School. You guys have been doing great job. I have followed a lot of content in terms of how you're changing life and inspiring youth, and of course, giving them a lot of opportunities to learn and grow. And I'm so humbled and excited to be here today to expand this vision of GIBS so that we can enlighten more souls and give them a pathway to success and achieve a mindset. Because of course we get a lot of education, we get a lot of knowledge, but I think it's all about mindset, which over a period of time makes us different and makes us happy and successful also. So that's what I want to add on with. And along with, like Sandeep mentioned, I'm also working as a senior AVP with EXL Services. It's a US-based MNC. It's been almost 17 years of my corporate career also. So that of course is one, and then this is life coaching and helping and guiding passion is my passion, or ikigai you might say. So that while I was jumping my corporate ladder, right, and so much youth is here that we always have goals and dreams. This has to be done, this, and we always have a checklist for us, right? Today we are looking for a great job. So once you have a job, you look for an iPhone, or you look for a home, or you look for a partner, and then the list goes on and on and on and on, right? So that's how our whole life gets involved. So during this whole journey of life, I was able to find my passion and purpose in 2016, when I went through my own, mental issues. I went through my own trauma and depression, and that's where I realized that okay, the world needs to be healed, because there'll be people like me in they might be studying, they might be doing a job, or they might be starting their career. They would have some unexpressed feelings, whom they don't know whom to talk to, and how is it being accepted, because friends are there, right? They understand, but not all the time we have a shoulder to hear us, right? Because these are life skills. Our parents, our friends, of course, they're not, they're not trained to handle us with that care. So that's where my journey as a coach, life coach and a leadership coach started. And believe me, today I'm talking to all of you. I have been an introvert throughout my life. I would have never imagined that I would talk to people across the globe, people, with this esteemed institution 10 years back. But then the topic that we have is to achieve a champion's mindset and innovate. So I personally took that as an opportunity that, okay, I have to change my mindset. What it would take for me to become a public speaker, what it would take for me to help and guide people. And I kept looking for the answers of these questions by asking these questions to myself, to the universe, by reading books, that how can I, achieve this a mindset rather than being in a complaining mode. Because believe me, complaining is super easy. You know, when today you can blame so much on your family, on your teachers, on your friends. But I think the most empowering thing that we all can start doing today onwards is to start taking charge of our life. Okay, because that's what is in your control. Okay, if you score 98%, there'll be still people unhappy about it, right? Some will, oh, they've taken marks of three students together, right? Three students would have passed in 33, 33, 30. But jokes apart, but if today you are struggling, you have your own self doubts. So first of all, acknowledge, develop your own skills, and I'm going to give you tips starting onwards at how you can achieve this champion's mindset over a period of time, because this will not happen overnight. Simple. If any of us is expecting that, oh, we will attend this webinar, change, life will change. Yes, that life will change, because the thought I'm going to give you is going to be a seed that it can be in your head, and how you nurture it will drive your life through, right? And that's the reason I keep saying that GIBS keeps organizing these sessions with with speakers across the globe, so that we are able to give students the knowledge over and above the academics, right? So that's the overall purpose. And in my story, as I said in a nutshell, is that I was never sure what I'm going to do in my life, but I always was sure that something big is meant for me. But I kept looking for the answers, and the universe starting answering to me, and I started receiving. But yes, over a period of time, I had to take charge of my life. I had to change mindset. I had to innovate, and it's very essential in today's rapidly changing world, isn't it? That I assume 20 years back, we were on cell phones which did not have any camera or anything, right? And over a period of time, we have moved to now these webinars live, without any buffering time. If anybody has used a modem, I don't know, in today's, these students would not have used in modern. You used to take 15 minutes, 30 minutes just to connect to the internet, and look at what's happening in the world. And so much has evolved in last 20 years is that now with a click of button, you can, change the world, or you can, express yourself. So yes, we had to adapt to it. The change was forced, but yes, now it's an essential part of our life. But with every change comes a big challenge also, right? That how are we going to make this happen as a big thing, right? So I want to make sure that we are not just stuck on fixing our academics. Yes, they're essential, but yes, today onwards, start taking charge of your life. Start giving yourself those affirmations or things which are going to help you. Okay, but to make it interactive, just tell me in the chat section, if Sandeep, I can read through, is that what is the champion's mindset as per you, if that's allowed. Otherwise, I'm okay to move ahead. So what is the champion's mindset as per you? If anybody can answer that in the chat section, I just a couple of answers would help also.
You can put it in the Q&A section. I hope you will also be able to view that, sir.
Okay.
I think since it's the first, okay. Devjit says maintain consistency. Indu says
Positive
attitude.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
Simon says positive mindset and fighting spirit.
That's interesting. That's great. Dynamic attitude. Okay. Okay. Supportive action. That's right. Go get attitude by not complaining about others. Oh, that's amazing audience here. You have a lot of knowledge about it. Good. Thank you so much, all those who participated. I got a flavor of what you all are understanding about it. Yes, you're partially right, but let's keep a framework around it, right? Because, we have to create a framework so that you follow it over a period of time. So I assume we all have pen and paper and copy, so that, or you're making notes on your laptop. So please make notes, okay, as you find it. So look, yes, the champion's mindset is a mindset characterized by resilience, determination, and continuous improvement. Okay, as per me, the Google can have different definitions. Okay, so for me, a champion's mindset is a mindset characterized by resilience, determination, and a continuous improvement. And when I say continuous improvement, that's the very, very basic word and very essential, because you can have your dreams, you can have determination, but we have to adapt to a continuous improvement world. That's how your skills, your technical skills, your life skills, your communication skills, have to be up to the mark. For example, today I'm communicating with this Indian audience, right? But if I have to do a webinar for a UK or a US audience, I have to use jargon which is more relevant to them. Okay, that's where continuous improvement comes into my life as a public speaker, because I cannot be using the same examples or the same verbiages to different audience across the globe. So that's the reason I say resilience, determination, and continuous improvement is first of all a key characteristics to build a champion's mindset. Okay, so that's the first and foremost part of it. So I think before we move ahead, the number one point which I want to share is that, just tell me yes or no, how many people are afraid of failing? How many of us are, afraid of failure? Most of us, right? Yes. Rahul raised hand. You can raise your hand. How many of us are, scared to fail, right? There's so many of us. In fact, I have been one of them who was so afraid to fail. Okay. Yes, and I think that's the first big deterrent in our lives before we achieve a champion's mindset, right? Because we are scared of failing, right? And that's not your fault, because I empathize with each audience, is because as soon as we enter the world, it has become a race, right? You have to score good marks. जो एक vicious cycle है, that okay, you do your matriculation, the life will get better. When you do your +2, your life will get better. When you complete your college, okay, the life will get better. Now you'll have a great degree, and then you go for post graduation. So you have anticipation. Now life will get better. I'll get a good job, and then when you get a good job, you'll say, oh, once I get a good partner, once I have kids, once I get promotion, once I get that house, once I get my kids going outside, once I take my family to an international trip, the life will become good. But it never gets good because we are depending it on an outcome. So so many of us waste 40, 50, 60 entire life, just trying to fulfill our lives by these, things. But at the same time, when I talk about failure, and hence so many of us have so much of knowledge, so many ideas, so many innovative ideas, but why do you think we do not deliver them? Why do you think we don't share it with people? Because there is a fear of failure, right? That, oh, what will people say? I will fail. But at the same time, you will see in last 10 years, in the last 1 decade, there's so much of entrepreneurship which has come up, so much innovation has come up, and people have started taking, courage and believing in their dreams. So my first message is, if you have a dream, believe in your dream, first of all. If you don't believe in dream, nobody else will. Okay. So first of all, start embracing your failures. A very simple example, you guys stay in Bangalore, right? Most of the students would be in Bangalore. So we all are very, very, aware about the Bangalore traffic and the memes that come around on social media for Bangalore, right? So on a daily basis, I'm sure a lot of taxi drivers and auto wallahs reject us. You say, oh, we have to go from point A to B. They don't even stop. They don't even give you a look, right? Do you feel that rejection when you get that failure? No, most of us don't care about it because, we are in hurry to reach to our destination. But why do we fear failure if it is about your idea, if it's about something that you can give to the world? And what's the difference? An auto wala or a cab wala, no offense to them, but you're paying them. Even then, they are not ready to take you from point A to point B. We don't take that rejection seriously. We don't have fear of that. I will say hi to auto wala, I will not stop, I will feel rejected. No, it's just the same application. You have to apply it in other areas of your life. And there are so many success stories from failures. I am a success story from failure. If I will share it with the GIBS team, it's there on my social media. Go and watch my TEDx talk, which I spoke about that how failures have helped me become a better person today.
One thing which you spoke about was the English, where your background was not from the English medium, and you
Yes.
had to face a lot of rejection when it comes to the English.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Sandeep, for bringing that up. Yes. And I remember giving my first job interview, people firing me, but I had to work on that. I had to adapt to that mindset. And the world is today where we are is because of the failures. If Thomas Edison would not have failed 10,000 times, he would not have, invented a light bulb successfully. If Wright brothers would not have failed, they would not have invented an aeroplane for which you travel from one city to another city. You don't know the aerodynamics. You don't know anything about the pilot. You don't know anything about how a plane works, but you trust it. So the failures are part of our life. It's just that you have to embrace failure. So number one is that a champion's mindset is about embracing failure. Okay. Highlight, what is the importance of learning? What are you learning from each failures? So bounce back stronger. For example, I learned from my failures that, okay, I'm not very good with public speaking. I'm not good with very fluent English. So I remember going on my first talk, I could not speak for first 5 minutes. Then I had to come down. And again, after half an hour, I was given a new slot. But I did not give up. After a couple of weeks and months, I used to prepare my speeches or looking at the mirror, that next time when I have that audience coming in, how will I perform this talk? What will I do? So there was a lot of hours which go in the background. So it's about embracing your failure and then putting the next step is to develop that grit and resilience. But wo kaise aayegi? How will it come? So first of all, you have to set goals for yourself or have a vision for yourself. That okay, today I am completing my post graduation or my graduation. What are my goals for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? If you go back and read, there's a Harvard article. There were a group of 100 people in Harvard who were who were given a task in 1970s, that how many of us they were asked to write their goals and dreams, and every year from that year till 2005 or 8, may not be correct. So every year they were keeping a check on their life progress. Okay, by the time the survey was ended, out of those 100 people, 20 people, of course, were no longer part of this world. They passed away. Rest of the out of 80, 10 people they were not able to track. Out of those 70 people, there were 70% people who had written their goal, approximately 50 people. And the people who have written their goals were living a much better, happy, healthy, successful life compared to the people who had not written their goals, who did not have any goals. And mind me, I'm not talking about the only financial success. I'm talking about their health, their family, their overall financial, overall their happiness life. Out of those 50 people who had written their goals, 45 were living a very happy and successful life. Few of them were the CEOs of the big corporations. So setting your goals is a very, very important aspect to be, first of all, achieve a champion's mindset. We overthink or we over deliver that what all can we do it in 1 year, right? 1st January, oh, let me write this goal. 2024, I'm going to do this. We overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but we also underestimate what you can do it in 5 years, what you can do it in 10 years. That's the reason I tell, and I just give this advice to everyone: write your goals, get clear about your goals, and set intentions. Make a vision for yourself. Nothing is impossible. You're studying in such an esteemed organization. You already have a kickstart with you. But next thing that is going to make success or a champion or an outstanding career is your mindset. So for that, you need to have goals and you need to set intentions. I want to share a story, about Dhirubhai Ambani. I was reading it the other day. So he was working somewhere. He got his whole month salary for 250 rupees. I'm talking, 30, 40 years back. He got his monthly salary of 250 rupees. And as soon as he got his salary, he walked into a 5-star hotel and, took a cup of tea and came out. Believe me, his colleagues, his friends mocked him that you are not a sane guy. You got your monthly salary and you went up to, you spent it overwhelmingly on a 5-star coffee. Look, I'm not recommending you should go and do this for yourself, but I'm just giving as a reference. But the answer Dhirubhai Ambani gave was that it's not about 250 rupees coffee. I wanted to sit amongst the people who consume a 250 rupees coffee. What are their dreams? What are their visions? What are the talks that they have internally? Because they won't be talking about aloo tomato. They would be talking about building corporations. He said, I might have spent 250 rupees, but I got knowledge was 2,50,000 rupees in that 1 hour or 2 hours, because I was sitting around with people who had these, great mindset, built corporations, changing the world with social service. So I consumed a lot of information. So I don't regret spending 250 rupees. This is an example of a vision, and you can use this vision anywhere. You may not have to go to, a 5-star to consume a coffee. Today, there's so much available on Google, but it's just that where you want to put your attention towards. So set your goals very clearly, 5 years, 10 years, maybe they look unrealistic to you right now. But yes, 5 years, 10 years is a big time. And then cut them out into short forms. Okay, short-term goals. Okay, so then I think the next step comes in. Okay, we have to develop some grit and resilience. Okay, it's very, very important that it's easy to give up, as I keep saying. When I talk about grit and resilience, there are two names which come into my mind. One is Colonel Sanders, who was the owner of KFC, who developed this brand KFC. Believe me, he retired at the age of 65, and for next 2 years, he went to 1006 restaurants to sell his recipe. And we're talking 100 years back, right? When there were no phones, he had to physically go and visit. A 65-year-old who had a very clear goal. That's the first point we discussed. 1006 rejections, and at 1007 presentation, somebody put trust in his product, in his recipe. And today we all know what KFC is, right? To all the non-veg lovers, it's a place to go. But that's a story of grit and resilience. We at 20s, 30s, after 10 job interview failures, we give up. We say, oh, we are not good enough. We are not good enough. That's one side of it. The other name which comes to my mind is Usain Bolt. I'm sure everybody has heard about this amazing sprinter from Jamaica, right? Just for 8.9 seconds of 100-meter race in Olympics to be a champion, he practices for 4 full years. So all that matters is those 8 seconds. But for him to deliver those 8 seconds, he puts years of hard work, 4 years of hard work, every day of grit and resilience, of not giving up. Otherwise, there might be people who have a better agility than him, but it's about his mindset. Because we all want it today. We don't want it for 4 years. So these are the two special names who are a very source of inspiration for grit and resilience for me. And there are many other names you would come across. Right? So that's of course, to first of all bring that on. Okay. Again, is that the next step is about how do you inculcate innovation? So first of all, find a solution to the existing problem of the world. How does Bharat Pay became Bharat Pay? How does Oyo rooms become Oyo room? How does Google Pay become so important part of life? Look at your phone and you will see so many problems, for which solutions are through these apps. 15 years, 17 years back when I came to Delhi, food was a big issue. I was hungry at 11 o'clock, everything is closed. But today, all you have to do is open Zomato, Swiggy, and just order. The food will be there. So somebody solved a problem for a person like me 15 years back. So today, I buy their shares, I buy their food. So they're making profit. So you also have to find an innovation today onwards. Look at it. There's so many brilliant people working on different aspects of life. But if you don't have a goal, if you don't have grit and resilience, you will be just doing okay. But that's also fine. So find a problem to which you have a solution for the world. The process of introducing new ideas, products, or methods. So that's the fostering innovation, So get that, you don't have to think outside the box, you have to create a different box, simple. Thinking outside the box is an old phenomena. So you have to create something for the problems which are currently being faced by the world. So start innovating, start thinking on those lines, right? And believe in that idea. That's how, somebody made Zomato. That's how somebody made Oyo rooms. That's how somebody made some other brands like Uber, Ola. They're looking for a problem, solution to a problem, right? To develop that innovation step is you need to encourage a culture of curiosity, that, okay, what is the, curiosity plays a lot of role in innovation. If you're not curious about what it can bring, you'll say, oh, this idea doesn't work. Let me leave it. But if you're curious about knowing things, that what will this technology, what will this help me, or it can be, some people are usually very curious. I'm a very curious person, that if something new comes up, I may not even use it, but I want to learn about it, right? I'm sure most of us would have, have been hearing about generative AI, about AI taking jobs, but how many of you have actually read any white papers about it? I assume there'll be barely 5% people, but then we only go through the social media, which is half the information, which will not help you develop a champion's mindset. I'm sorry. So you have to be thorough with your innovation research, develop a mental attitude of curiosity, right? If Thomas Edison did not have curiosity, I have to make this bulb work, we would have been living in a stone age today. He had curiosity. For 10,000 unsuccessful attempts, he kept on finding, and he answered in an interview that, I did not fail. I got to know 10,000 ways that this bulb was not going to work. We say, oh, I was rejected, I'll not do this again. So develop a curiosity. You look at a 4-year-old kid, they have curiosity about everything, because they are not fearful about what's going to happen. They believe, they want to know. If you tell them, don't pick up this cup, they will pick up this cup, because they want to know what will happen if I pick up this cup. So in a very simple way, develop a culture of curiosity, over a period of time. If you're watching Netflix, watch some documentaries about, how you can develop a mindset, right? That's the reason organizations like Google are very, very, popular, because they give, the opportunity to their people for emphasis to curiosity. So they develop that, okay, what is it? They want to have innovative thoughts coming in. That's how, for example, you go to Amazon right now. Once you go on a checkout page, there will be a recommended product along with that, isn't it? And believe me, 20% sales happen through that, because you are on a checkout page and somebody gave that idea in Amazon that, okay, we should recommend what suits the customers as per their needs, or what is sold along with this component. That's a very small thing, but that increased 10 to 12% sales for Amazon. Somebody gave that idea. Amazon, Google, people are encouraging. So do that for yourself. Start applying that, curiosity mindset in your life. Of course, as you do this, the failure is inevitable. Embrace failure in innovation, right? And not all the time you have to invest so much in innovation. SpaceX, they failed launching. In fact, our Chandrayaan also, part one was not successful, 2 was not successful. But if the idea was clear, it was funded again. And today it's a success. We are so proud of it as an achievement. So embrace the failure in innovation, but yes, highlight that trial and error and what is the innovation. That will all depend on your mindset. Somebody will put money on you in future. In fact, your wife or your husband will also put money on you based on your mindset over a period of time. On a lighter note, that when you're about to find a partner, of course, it's a subconscious belief that how innovative or what kind of mindset do you have. So be ready for that, work. And I think the essential part most of us miss is about collaboration. Okay, a champion's mindset is not about running alone. It's about collaboration. Because I might be coming with my ideas and somebody would be coming with their ideas. Once we bring it onto the table, that's where the collaboration and innovation becomes more powerful. For example, Steve Jobs had a great idea, right? But he was only stuck on creating a MacBook, for example, right? But there was his partner, Steve, right? I can't remember the whole name. I watched that movie long time back. Steve Wozniak or something, So he brought innovation that Steve Jobs had a vision about just giving a good product to the people, but Steve Wozniak brought more collaboration. And hence, you see Apple phones, you saw iPad. Today, it's a luxury brand which comes through it, right? And as soon as in September happens, we all are curious about buying a new one. So that's the example of fostered collaboration, that, how sharing your ideas and understanding other people's ideas can help you develop a champion's mindset. Okay. Other thing is, I think, which I personally believe is, in a very simple fundamental, I use it, is one more. Okay. One more. If you are not able to concentrate, if you are running, if you are doing, you still say, oh, I'll read one more chapter. I will play one more game. I will take one more round of the park. I will try calling my friend one more time. I will speak to my professor one more time. This one more time or one more can be very, 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 very powerful. Because you're not telling your subconscious mind कि मेरे को इतना बड़ा task करना है. You just oh, I have to just do one more task, one more push-up. That's how, for example, in America, there's a society, Anonymous Alcoholics. Okay, people who are alcoholic, they join a society. All that they try and do is that I will not drink one day more. I will be sober one more day. And there have been people who have not got addicted again for 22 years, 30 years. On their deathbed also, they say that I've been practicing one more day. One more day I have to take it through. So if any of you are going through any trouble, just take it one more day. If you're innovating, you'll say, okay, I'll give my best one more day. Don't underestimate the power of one more. It is very, very powerful. When I go to gym, I say, oh, I'm done. But I tell myself, oh no, Gagan, one more set, one more kilometer, one more presentation, one more client to help. So that keeps me going because it's not a big task. So that's the overall thought that I have with myself. Okay. So along with that, like I spoke, continuous learning is very, very important. The education you're getting today may be obsolete in the next 3 years, right? Obsolete when I say the technologies would improve, right? You have to innovate. Today, AI is the big thing. 5 years down, it would be something else. 5 years back, it was RPA, right? So you have to be continuous learning more, that, okay, what is it that I can add, what I can do more. That's how you will learn. Because I being into, for example, in a leadership role right now, 5 years back, I did not knew anything about digital. So now I'm a leadership role into a digital, but yes, I had to learn a lot over a period of time. That what is AWS? It was alien to me 5 years back. What is AWS? What is Agile? What is server types? What are the technology terms which I was not aware about? So the continuous learning becomes a very, very important part of your life. It can be in anything, right? So that's the synergy between a champion's mindset and innovation. That continuous learning, it's a very important way to innovate also. Finding problems, finding solution to the problems. You have to be a continuous learning. Okay, what can I do more? So, for example, in today's education world, there are so many educational platforms which have come up, right? So that's continuous learning. What are they? How can they improve more? For example, I have my app. I keep on looking at, okay, what is the valuable content I can give to my clients? I have to read a lot of books over a period of time. And every leader does that. We all use Microsoft, right? But look, there is a documentary on Bill Gates' life. Watch it. He still reads 4 to 5 books in a month or a week. I don't know. He reads so many books. He's one of the world's richest person. Then why does he needs to read now? He can just chill every day because they have a continuous learning as a champion's mindset. He would not need to read. But why does he read? So that they are evolving. They know what is happening in the world. That's a continuous improvement every leader wants to emphasize on, right? And then build your own personal authentic brand. Each one of us is a brand. Okay. Somebody, in college specifically, we might have nicknames for our friends, right? So that nickname is already a brand because, I call this person by this name. So already a brand in that case. But yes, you have to use it in a positive sense. That what is it that you carry yourself as a brand on? For example, I have labeled vitamin G. So few of you would always remember that term. What is it? Develop a sense of curiosity. So build your own authentic brand. Go with your own ideas, and people may reject it, but you have to keep finding your own, ideas to innovation to a fruitful stage by having, resilience, by having grit, by using continuous improvement, and that will happen over a period of time, as you see. Okay, and to sum it all up, I think stay closely connected with your family, friends, always take opinion and have open mind towards things, right? Somebody at times we take it so offensively, oh, that person did not encourage my idea, right? And we say, oh, I don't want to talk to that person. No, be open about it. Listen to, take feedback also very, very positively. We are not used to of taking feedback positively. Look at it. Okay, if somebody has pointed it out, what can I do better about it? What can I do better? So taking feedback positively is a very, very essential part of a champion's mindset. If Virat Kohli at 5 years back would have said, "Oh, I have achieved everything. You don't have to tell me what I have to do," he would not have become Virat Kohli right now, or any other sports person, because they also have a coach who keeps telling them mentally what they have to do now. Skill set, yes, nothing like that. They have a great skill. That's the reason they have reached there. But end of the day, it's about your mindset. How do you get there, right? Go and check out one day of Virat Kohli's life, or Roger Federer for a reference, right? At an age of 40 or 37, how is it so young or fit? Ronaldo, for that, Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at their ethics. Look at their work ethics. If you want to become a champion, follow the champions, not some people who are giving you just, hilarious content on Instagram. That's your choice, I know. But you are choosing what you want to have in life, because AI will give you similar content. If you follow inspirational pages, the AI will give you more inspirational content. If you follow humor, jokes, AI will give you more of that. But is it adding value to your life? No. I've taken 4 names. If you follow one of them, definitely you will achieve champion's mindset, going on, irrespective. Just follow the people you want to follow. Okay. All this summed up, throughout my life has helped me reach this stage, and I'm truly grateful, that today I got this opportunity. I'm extremely grateful to the audience, to the GIBS team, that I could share this information through this time and engagement with these set of people. But I think we can take a pause and take up questions, if any.
Sure. First of all, I would say, Gagandeep, it was really an amazing session which you have shared. And thank you so much for putting so much light on a lot of things. I have made a note of the points which you have shared about. Please correct me if I'm wrong somewhere, which is first thing is we need to take charge of ourselves. Second is believe in yourself, in your dreams, in your ideas. Do not let it go just like that. Whatever might be the situation, bounce back even more stronger. Write down, put down your goals on a clear, write down very clear goals. To be very frank, I had mentioned as write down the goals, but again, I had to make it clear goals where we say very, very specific goals we'll have to put down on. And whenever you have a clear goal, make sure that there's a problem and you're solving a problem of that particular, you're finding a solution for that problem. That is where you will be taking to the next slide, Neville. And next, embrace the failures and rejection. Collaborate with as much as people, and where you can take it to the next level, where you can learn a lot of new things. As you said, a very nice thought about Mr. Ambani ji, where you spoke about the coffee. I would say yes, go to a different place, understand the field there. That is when you understand, when we say, पैसे वाले क्या करते हैं, that is where you understand कि जाके देखो, you try to feel that, and that is when you understand what it is.
Absolutely.
Always have a continuous learning. Personal brand is very, very essential. Where, as you said, vitamin G is one among the personal brand. And I recollect one thought here. Whenever we used to be in the colleges, if, for example, if a same name, there are three guys, there's always a tag attached to it. That
Yes.
this guy. Right?
Yeah.
For example, if there are four Gagans, I would say, ha, Punjabi wala Gagan. Right? What happens is that there's a tag behind, there's a personal brand behind that. Right? So
Yes.
always have a personal brand and stay connected. That's really amazing, I would say. But all of us, the last one which I love the most was one more.
Yeah.
One more is really makes a lot of difference. Where I would say just one more.
Yeah.
I'm sure in every phase we would take up a lot of new things. Thank you so much, Gaganji, for all of such wonderful thought process which you had. So moving ahead with the question and answers, I hope you will also be able to see the questions. So to start with the first question of the evening, okay, Rajiv says, good day, sir. My question is, how can an individual and team foster an innovative culture in the jobs or in personal projects?
Okay. So innovative culture, it can be anything to start off with. For example, is very simple that, right now, it is not about having a one single office, right? We see a lot of startups, working out of cafes also, right? So what is happening is that first of all, it's an innovative culture that you're not limiting yourself to the same box office to think aloud. So similarly, you can say, okay, we'll work from coffee, or as an award, we will say, okay, as a reward, we'll do this. So it is about, we can foster an innovative culture. It's first of all your mind which is there, rather than, I keep on insisting that the meeting should not be longer. It should be smaller. It should be less time consuming. So that's the innovative culture. Google, how does they innovate culture? They said, okay, wear anything, but give me ideas on the table. So to bring it on, it is, first of all, how do you accept that innovation in your own life? Only then you will be able to make a change, because organization is not one person. It's about group of people who are an organization, right? So to build that over a period of time, we can definitely, start from that reason. HR does a lot of, workshops on Fridays or anything, so that there's innovation happening. And today's world, in different organizations, they give you a chance to work with different departments, or for example, in colleges also, there are fests happening, so that there is an innovation culture which is being developed, is being passed on by the esteemed organization like GIBS also. So that's where the starting point is. And then as you go through the story, if you have that, proper, agenda in your organization, you will be able to find more ways to follow that innovation culture.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Gaganji, for that. So the next question has been asked by Suraksha Silent. She says, sir, how can we cultivate a champion mindset for personal development and innovation?
I think I have added most of it here, right? For personal development and innovation, I've added most of it here. I think personal development is that, okay, what am I learning today new? What is this situation making me understand? What am I going to learn in this year? Because after college or post-graduation, the education does not stop. So as a champion mindset for personal development innovation, keep a goal for yourself every year. I keep a goal for myself every year that, okay, one new certification I will do this year. Maybe it's about help me, personal develop. So it helps me check. And of course, I meet a lot of people, more of faculty. It gives me a new perspective to life. So continuous improvement.
Great, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Next question is being asked by Sukesh Shetty. He says, sir, my question is, what role does resilience play in developing a champion's mindset?
So, for example, I spoke about, Colonel Sanders or Usain Bolt. Of course, that plays a lot of importance in terms of, recover quickly. Because if you think that, okay, main bichara, I am not that good enough. So resilience plays a very, very critical role, that how soon can you come back out of it. Simple. The champions are not who who don't champions are the one who, if they fall down, they will come back quickly. They will not stay there, and then think of what went wrong. There's, okay, this is what I went wrong. Okay, let me do it next. Let me do this next. So resilience is about believing and then getting back quickly on your feet again. So that, how quickly you recover from the difficulties. If today you have a bad exam, okay, in one chapter, in one of the subject, and for next 10 days, you're thinking, oh, I had a bad exam. Other exams are also going to get impacted. So how quickly you recover from that is very, very important as a part of resilience.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, sir. The next question is being asked by Shubhankar Dubey. He says, sir, how can setting clear goals and objectives contribute to a champion mindset, sir? I think you've already answered, but if you can quickly just brief on that, sir.
Look, for example, you want to go on a vacation, right? You will first of all pack your bags, get into your car, and then decide where you have to go. No, right? So first of all, you'll decide, okay, I am in mood to go on a vacation. Where should I go? So you're setting clear goals and objectives, right? So if you have clear goals and objectives, you are more likely to reach your destination. So if you have packed your bags, got into the car, you'll think, okay, I'll go to Pune, I'll go to Hyderabad, or I'll go to Mumbai. You'll end up going nowhere. After half the way, you will say, oh, I think I should go there. So that's the importance of setting clear goals and objectives to contribute to a champion mindset.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shubhankar, you had asked for how do we get to know about this IRE talks. You can get in touch with our team. They'll help you out for the further process. The next question is being asked by Ravi Gowda Hatti. He says, good evening, sir. I am Kashwa Hatti. I'm pursuing my MBA. My specialization is finance and marketing. Sir, I want to become an entrepreneur in the year 2025, sir. I want a suggestion from you because it will be helpful in my career.
Okay. Well, look, what I can suggest, Kashawa, is that you are in the the IT hub of the India, right? If you today start choosing, there are so many free entrepreneur groups. They meet up every Saturday, Sunday. Find it out in your area, or even once in a month they catch up. So go and start attending those entrepreneurship meets. They would be free, and if there are charges, bare minimum. Go and try and understand. If I want to become an entrepreneur right now, you have a thought, right? Start meeting people who have ideas. So as many people you will meet, talk to them. What are their ideas? Of course, it will help you build your career and maybe get you clarity about how the entrepreneurship is. What is it difficult about it? What is charming about it? And then you take a call that you want to make a career there or not.
Great. So we'll take up one last question for the evening, sir. Soumya is asking, sir, do you believe in manifestation?
Absolutely. Our whole life is basis the manifestation of the thoughts that we have day in and day out. If today I decide I'm going to have a great year ahead, it will be a great year ahead. If today I decide and live in fear that, oh, I have reached heights of success, ab kuch bura na ho jaye, the more likely I'm attracting similar circumstances into my life. Yes, we knowingly or unknowingly are manifesting our lives. So it's better by having clear goal sets, having right intentions, having more positive mindset. You're likely to create a mindset or live a life of manifestation where you are in control. As per your thoughts.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'm a bit time. I also manifest. So because that gives a great result, I would say. And last time when we had a session by Ms. Diksha, she was also mentioning the same, that have that manifestation, you will get into law of attraction, and that is what your minds conceive, your hands actually receives them. Right? Start conceiving good or bad. Mind doesn't understand that. The law of attraction does not understand that it is good or bad. Whatever your mind conceives it, your hands will receive that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Gaganji, for that. And I would love to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for taking out time from your busy schedule and making it up for all our audience. And I'm sure this session was very, very valuable, and you have shared amazing insights for all of us so that we can just take it ahead. But again, I would say I'm coming back to my same one point, that once more. So whatever you're doing it, make sure you give one more try before you end up anything. And one small announcement I would like to make here for all the participants. The attendees, the certificates for this webinar will be shared within the next 2 working days. And in case if you have any doubts, any queries, probably you can connect Mr. Gagandeep on social media. I'm sure he's available on social media handles, so you can just connect with them. In case if you need any assistance on a personal note, probably you can get in touch with them on social media. And along with that, do follow GIBS on all the social media platforms so that you are updated with the further upcoming IRE talks, so that you get to know what's happening with GIBS as well. Thank you so much for a wonderful audience. And Gaganji, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, GIBS team. Thank you. Have a great careers ahead. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you. Thank you.